Alright guys, so today officially kicks off the Amazon Prime Day deals. Now yesterday we checked out the Soundpeats and Earfun deals in one video, where today we're going to solely focus on the deals from 1More. Now 1More is sponsoring today's video, which allows me the opportunity to focus on the deals that they have. Now I'm only going to talk about products that I have personally tested because I just don't feel right recommending anything to you guys that I have not tried myself. Now 1More is a company that I actually go pretty far back with, at least with their products. It was the first pair of headphones that I ever tested that had multiple drivers, and they also had the first pair of earbuds that I ever tested that had active noise canceling, and they also were the first pair of earbuds that had THX technology in the earbuds. So I can really appreciate when a company is trying to innovate things and just try things a little bit differently. So we're going to talk about the sales on the items that they have going on through Prime Days. Now they do have other items that I'm not going to list or talk about here, but all of that information will be in the description below. And again, I want to thank 1More for sponsoring today's video. Now let's go ahead and jump into what I think is the most appealing product that they have for sale. In fact, I think this is one of those that just flies under the radar. I think this is one of the best values when it comes to any kind of headphones out there, because when you think of noise canceling headphones, you immediately think of Sony, you think of Bose, you think of Sennheiser. There's plenty of them that get plenty of coverage, but the 1More Sono Flow was a pair that came out retailing at $99, although right now through Prime Day deals, you can pick them up for $74, and it has incredible active noise canceling. And in fact, it's also high-res audio wireless certified because it supports LDAC playback. The battery life is insane because you can get 70 hours on a full charge if you're listening to them with the noise canceling off. And it also has a very impressive fast charge feature where you can just charge them for 5 minutes and it will give you 5 hours of use, and you really don't even see that on a lot of the more expensive models. But this also works with 1More's app, where there is plenty of different EQ options. It comes with a nice hard case, and it's also using a pretty strong set of 40mm drivers. I think the sound on these sound excellent, where a lot of other noise canceling headphones tend to get a little muddy because the noise canceling kind of affects the bass. The bass on these are very tight and punchy. The treble is nice and bright and clean, and vocalists, because the mids are pushed slightly forward, always have great presence. It's just an excellent sounding pair of headphones. I think it competes with the much more expensive models, and the fact that you can get them for $74 I think is a hell of a bargain. Now the next pair that I wanted to talk about is the More Evo. Now this is basically like their flagship pair of true wireless earbuds because this pair is using dual drivers. It's using a 10mm diamond-like carbon dynamic driver mixed with a balanced armature driver, which is basically allowing these to have that dynamic driver handle the low end and separating the mids and the treble and allowing the balanced armature drivers to handle that. So it allows you to have this thick punchy bass, but it not go in and affect your mids and your treble. This is a very clean sounding earbud that definitely can pack plenty of punch. Now on top of that, it is again another product of theirs that is high-res audio certified with LDAC support, which again is going to be some of the best Bluetooth codec that you're going to find on any pair of earbuds or headphones. The case on these is also a Qi wireless charging case. It also has app support where you have all of those different EQ options. And then when it comes to the sound overall, this is easily one of the best sounding earbuds in the market. Now I'm comparing that to Sennheiser's, comparing it to the Bose, the Sony, ones that cost a lot more than what the Evos come in, because the Evos do normally come in at $169, but right now through Amazon's Prime Day deals, you can pick them up for $119. And again, I think that is an excellent value because you're getting incredible noise canceling and you're also getting incredible sound that again is just comparable to models that cost twice as much. Now the next pair that I wanted to talk about is the 1More Aero. Now this pair normally comes in at $109, although right now through Prime Day deals you can pick them up for $64. If you are somebody that's interested in spatial audio, like head tracking where the sound moves with you, this is one of the best pairs for that. Now normally before I would say that you would have to get a pair of AirPod Pros to get really good head tracking and get really good spatial audio, but if you're not in Apple's ecosystem, I think the 1More More Evo is probably the best representation of spatial audio when it comes to earbuds. It's just so impressive. It doesn't sound gimmicky like it does in other earbuds. But on top of that, it also has very impressive noise canceling. The Eros also have a Qi wireless charging case. It again is also another pair that works with 1More's app. So again, you have all of those different EQ options. The battery life I think is very impressive, especially considering they have noise canceling. They also have that spatial audio because you can get about 7 hours on the earbuds and about 28 hours using the case. But another thing that was impressive about these, if you are somebody that's looking for a pair that has good microphones, these are using 6 microphones total, and it's also using that environmental noise canceling to block out a lot of your surroundings, and it really does have some of the best mics on a pair of true wireless earbuds. And on top of that, this pair also is using 10mm drivers. That is very aggressive when it comes to the low end and very aggressive when it comes to the treble, and so it has that typical sound signature that I like. I like a very thick, punchy but quick bass, but also treble that can get quite bright. In fact, I like it to get sometimes to the point of being harsh so that it just kind of balances out really well with that nice punchy bass. And vocalists sound incredible on these, and I think the Evo is another one of those pairs, and it just has a lot to offer, and especially at this $64 that you can pick it up right now. Now, the next pair that I wanted to talk about is the Comfo Buds Mini. This is one of the smallest pair of earbuds that I've ever tested, so if you're looking for a pair that doesn't stand out and look obnoxious, that already checks this box, but it's also one of the most powerful earbuds that I've tested. I was super impressed with how punchy the bass is on these. It also has active noise canceling, and it's doing a really good job of blocking out your surroundings. It also has a Qi wireless charging case, and this pair uses Sound ID within the app to let you go through a hearing test, and it tries to kind of set up an EQ setting based off what it thinks that you like. And this was very impressive on this pair. I think it brought out the sound so much more. This is a very in-your-face earbud when it comes to the low end, but it doesn't hold back when it comes to the mids or treble either, because it really can't, because the bass is so strong on these. If they held back on the mids and the treble, they would just get completely buried. But this is an in-your-face sound. It's very aggressive, and it's just a fun earbud to listen to. So this is another one that I think is a hell of a bargain because it normally retails for $99, and right now you can pick them up for only $77. Now, the last two that I wanted to talk about is the Piston Buds and the Piston Buds Pro. Now, I'm going to start with the Piston Buds. This is going to be the least expensive ones on the list because these normally retail for $39, and right now through Prime Day deals, you can pick them up for only $19. And for under $20, this is probably one of the best sounding earbuds that you're going to get in this price range. And they also use 4 mics for phone calls, so it's one of those really good pairs of picking up your voice if you're looking for one to be able to use at work or while you're out and on the go. I think the mics on these are excellent. And they're also using 7mm drivers that I think they have tuned these very well to get that Harman curve, that, you know, sound signature that appeals to a lot of consumers. Because again, just like the other 1More products that we've talked about, it does not hold back when it comes to the low end, but it also doesn't hold back when it comes to the brightness of the treble or the presence of vocals in the mids. Again, I think 1More does spend a lot of time when it comes to tuning their earbuds. I think that's what makes the sound stand out amongst a lot of the other brands out there. So the Piston Buds at $19 I think is a hell of a deal. But if you're wanting to spend a little bit more, you can get the Pro version right now for only $39. And this is adding hybrid active noise canceling, which again does a really good job of blocking out your surroundings. It also adds a gaming mode, which is going to help cut down on lag if you're going to use them for movies, videos, or games. Another thing that it adds is app support, so you're getting those EQ options that you don't get with the regular Piston Buds. And it upgrades to 10mm full range drivers instead of the 7mm drivers in the regular Piston Bud. So if you want to, you know, spend $20 more, I think it's a really nice upgrade to go with the Pros. Being able to get those right now for $39, I think is going to appeal to a lot of people. But guys, that wraps up the video on a lot of the 1More deals that are going on right now. Again, I have not talked about a lot of the other ones that they have, but all of this will be in the description. So if you're interested in any of these, make sure to check that out. And again, I'd like to thank 1More for sponsoring today's video. But guys, thank you so much for checking out this video. Thank you so much for checking out all the other videos. And as always, make sure to stay tuned for more.